guys, Lady Yoga here with Yoga Quickies. This is the show where you tell me what you want out of your yoga or your fitness routine, and I give it to you in 5 minutes or less. This next one comes from my good friend Leah in West LA, who's got really tight gams. Well, she sits at a desk for a lot of the time of her day. She's a very hard worker, and she's also in a car for a lot of the time. So her calves, these two major muscles right here, tend to get super tight. So we're going to show her in 5 minutes or less how to stretch out her calf, also the space behind the knee, and also the Achilles and the ankles. We got 5 minutes on the clock, and let's rock it out. Starting now. Okay, let's start on the floor. So if you want to start your day, you know, in a quick little child's pose. Good morning, Leah. And get yourself into all fours. And from your all fours, you'll just extend your right leg back behind you. And from your right leg, you'll come to the inside blade of the big toe. It's almost like you're in a warrior pose, like a warrior two pose if you're standing and you're familiar with yoga. And from here, what you'll be doing is stretching the outside of the ankle and the calf, right by your anterior tibialis. That's the front of your shin. Okay, so all you'll do is just press through the outside blade of your pinky, inside blade of that big toe, and just hold there for a few breaths as you draw that right hip forward. And then you'll come back, shift the weight slightly forward, keeping all 5 of the toes curled under. Just press back through that heel. This is a great one for runners too, guys. So I run, you know, anywhere between 6 and 12 miles a day. And so this is a great little stretch for your back of your leg. And then from here, after a few deep breaths with a super deep press back through the heel, not too much where you're overexerting it, just enough for you to feel that stretch. Take some deep breaths there so that the stretch starts to dissipate. That's what we call in fitness our edges, where the edges start to kind of blur away. We've just deepened our stretch. And then from here, we go again, coming to the outside edge of the pinky so that the thumb side, that big toe, presses back. So you're stretching different muscles, different areas, little striations of that calf muscle. And you'll just hold there for a few breaths. And then, of course, you'll do the other side. Just enough for you to feel that stretch and then have it dissipate. Then from here, I would say tuck your knees under, sit back on the heels, and hang out there for a few deep breaths. So get a load of my booty, but you'll just get the front shot here, on my back shot, of the toes curled under. So this could be slightly agonizing. It's a great stretch for the toes, the arches, the ankles, that beginning part of the calf muscle, and the meaty part of the calf. And then you can take it deeper by sitting right back up on the heels and breathing there for a bit. Whew, that's a tough one. Try to breathe through that stretch. The more you breathe, the deeper the stretch will be. If you're holding your breath, the muscles will hold. A downward facing dog is a great way to stretch out. You can pedal out the legs here. And you can even just shorten up the stance. So say you don't have a ton of room, or you're starting to get Charlie horses at work. You can do down dog with your chair and just pedal out the legs here. You can use blocks, are also available at yoga studios. I like the pyramid pose where the heels stay in line. Your feet are open about 2 feet. The back leg, those toes come out a little bit. This is one of my favorite runner stretches. But you can do this at your office while you're replying back to people on the phone, making appointments, that kind of thing. So you can actually do this as you're working. Switch sides. And then you can even, if you're not on the floor, say you're wearing a skirt, it's uncomfortable and you're starting to get that tightness in the calf, just do that same thing we did on all fours on the chair. So you'll hold onto the chair or your desk. You'll extend back with that right leg, press back through the heel. Then you can come to the inside blade of the big toe, hold for a few deep breaths, come back to center, and then just bring it, oh man, I love it, to the outside blade of the pinky side of your foot, which is a little funky. You'll hold there for a few deep breaths and switch sides, right? You can also do just a chair downward facing dog here, which I think is just great for all people in the middle of the day to kind of soothe through the nervous system. A nice little down dog on your chair. and then you can come on up. Now make sure that you either have that chair on a yoga mat, something that's not going to slip as you come forward here. It's sort of like an up dog or cobra, but both of your gams, the lower part of your leg, is going to get a good juicy stretch through here. So all you really need to do is a few simple postures to get a good stretch for the back of that leg. You can go deeper in the hamstrings for my next one, but thank you very much, Leah, for that note. And look, we've got 15 more seconds. So just allow yourself to take the time. Those two little muscles back here, well, they're not little, right, need to be stretched evenly. And so those are great stretches that you can do and implement throughout your day. It doesn't even have to be the full chunk of 5 minutes. Thanks, timer. I'm Lady Yoga. This is Yoga Quickies. I'll see you next time. Subscribe below. Let me know what you need. We'll give it to you in 5 minutes or less. Thank you. Namaste.